I'm a big Ohio nigga. A lot of niggas know me in Ohio and they love me in Ohio, man.
BVO, my brother, what's up with you, King? Salute to my brother BVO.
What's up, guys? Chris Algieri here. Big shout out to BVO Sports TV.
What's the deal? It's the champ, Shannon Cannon Briggs, two-time heavyweight champion of the world. I want to give a shout out to BVO TV.
Shout out to BVO Boxing. You understand? Check the boy out. Check the kid out. You understand?
What up? This Coach Bernard Hackett, and I'm rocking with BVO Sports TV, where they bring you the real with no fluff.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Miss BVO, what's that?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Sports TV. We back on another video, man. We back. Well, live stream better yet, but hold on one second. Let me get my music going. But salute to everybody coming in early. Got a good show today for you guys. I think you're gonna really enjoy it. One second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Play make none. How do you like it? How do you like it? Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I had to fix some on my end. Hey, but y'all pray for your boys, man. I'm trying to get this my ears together, man. They've been stuffed up the last couple of weeks, and trying to get myself to this urgent care to see what's going on with them, man. But it's weird because I can't hear like I want to. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but we're in the house. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. So we got a lot to talk about. So the first thing I wanted to speak about was definitely the Devin Haney situation. We seen him and Rolly are not fighting. That's definitely a different outcome than we were expecting initially. So it's different. As I thought that Rolly was gonna make the fight. But whatever the case may be, it looked like the fight's not gonna happen for money reasons. Which I can't be mad at that. That's just how it goes. I don't know. I guess if you want to say Devin is lucky, you can. But at the end of the day, man, you know, we're going to send the teddy bears after him. But at the end of the day, man, we want to see big fights. You see, we got Boots and Xander Zayas, man, which is an incredible fight. And the thing about that fight that's so exciting is this. We heard today my man Xander say he's going to rip Boots' heart out his chest. I mean, when you hear him say something like that, I definitely wasn't expecting to hear him say that. I never thought I would hear him speak that way. But that's boxing, and it's kind of exciting because this is something new for Xander. For him to come out and say something like that, that just lets you know what he's about and what he's on. And it looks like he's really trying to go for the gusto and make it happen. And that's all you can ask for from these fighters, man. You want to see them make it happen. All the talking. Guys actually get out there and fight. That's just kind of been. That's what I always want to see. As guys get out there and fight, that's the most important thing. But I don't know. For whatever reason, that hasn't been the case, and we haven't seen guys get out there and fight. So I mean, I can't be mad about it because guys pick and choose when they want to fight or when they fight. So I don't know. For me, I think Rolly and Devin is a good fight. I won't say it's the greatest fight I've ever seen in my life, but I will say this. It's a fight that's needed for boxing because you want to see guys unify and see who's the best. But for me, I think when you hear some of the guys, you know, say, let's make a fight, usually they make it. So I'm going to give Devin a break. The fight didn't happen. I ain't going to go crazy on him. It happens like that. But on better news, I think people got to understand, salute to my brother Free, that we got one of the biggest fights in boxing happening. And for all those who said Xander was scared, he didn't want to make the fight, he was forced into it, he was this, that, and the third, that's all talking points. At the end of the day, you guys got to remember, Xander Zayas is not champion because he's not good. He's champion because he put the work in. Before we seen this fight with Keith Thurman and Fondor, you know, my favorite fighter in boxing right now, Fondor, we heard me and Jalil Hackey, you know, my guy. Me and my guy said, hey, man, we think that Xander the best guy, the best junior middleweight. But I don't know what you think about the fight happening, Free.
I like the fight. I'm glad to see they announced the fight. It's happening in June 27th. And they look like they put together a fire card. I see O'Shaquie Foster versus Raymond Ford. I saw Shushu versus Luis Lopez. They looking like they're trying to make the Andy Cruz versus
Albert
Bell. So I'm excited for it because they look like they're trying to put together a fire card. If they can put those fights on that card, it's starting off as an exciting summer. A lot of people say, oh, they ain't put no good fights together. Well, we can't say that no more because we got David Benavidez versus Zordo. We got Xander Zayas versus Jaron Ennis. And they look like they're trying to put some other big fights on there. O'Shaquie versus Raymond Ford. So yeah, we got an exciting summer coming. Look like Tank might be coming back. We want to see what happened with Devin. See what he got planned because he said he's going to explore his other options or whatever. So we'll see what he got planned. It looked like they might be making a T.O. versus Ryan, but I know that there was reports that Oscar wants to make that fight with Ryan and Devin in July. So we'll see what happens. It looks like it's going to be an exciting fight. So I'm excited. I hope I can be able to make it to that fight. So I'm trying to make sure all my ducks is lined up in a row so I can be able to make it to that fight because I definitely want to see that fight.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think this is a real, and you know, we like to laugh and joke sometimes, but you know what? I think no matter how it goes, man, we just want to see the best fight the best, man. And I think it's not wrong of us to want that. And I think the fighters have figured it out. You know, for the first time, you got Oscar De La Hoya speaking about working with Al Heyman. You know, you see the top ranking Golden Boy feud is done. Look like Matchroom was putting let bygones be bygones. So I'm excited as a fan of the sport to see it actually coming back in a real way. Because, you know, the thing that excited me is we got this young kid named Moses Tume, and we got a lot of great heavyweights out there, you know, and I'm excited about the heavyweight division. A lot of people don't celebrate the heavyweight division as I do, but I do. Like, you know, for me, you got Usyk. I would say was number one. Number two for me, I would go with Fabio Wardley. Number three, I would say for me, it's probably Triple D. And number four for me is Murat Gassiev. I would say number five. I gotta look at my list, but I'm just so excited because it looks like the whole sport is coming together and they're really doing a good job of putting the best fights on because that's what we need in order to save the sport. It's like we say this every year, but at the end of the day, the sport has to get better. It has to get better. Zuffa, whoever comes, won't never stop nothing because we've seen every wave. We've seen the Don King wave. We've seen the Frank Warren wave. We've seen the Eddie Hearn wave. We've seen the Barry Hearn
Bob
wave.
and now.
We've seen everybody do it. And I think at the end of the day, boxing's going to always be here. There's always going to be young fighters that's going to come out to fight. But I do want to get over this part fast because I don't want to put too much into it. But I seen the video of the Tank Davis situation. And I'll say this. You can go watch it on TMZ. I won't show it here out of respect for my wife, for my daughters. I won't show it here or on the channel at all. But I say it's very similar to 2020. He hasn't changed. He's the same person he's always been. And I'm praying for him.
What up, Mike? Angie?
What I will say, I saw the video as well, and what I will say about the video is exactly what I thought it was. It was not everything she claimed it was. So all those people that said they saw the video and he punched her and he did all this, they was lying. It was nowhere near even close to that. It looked similar to where Tank Davis grabbed his baby mother out of the gym. That's what it looked like.
But that's bad, D3. You can't do that in public when you're a star.
It looks bad, but it's nowhere near the way they was playing it out to be. It wasn't nowhere near that. The most you can probably give us.
My brother Picasso.
The most you can probably
and
give
Tavon and Duck.
Is unwanted touch. Unwanted touching. That's the most. But even in that aspect, you gotta explain. When they go to court, they gotta explain. Okay, if that was the case, you spent the night with him. You let him into your home where he had to go to a privacy date, and you spent the night with him. You was out later on that evening chilling with him. So it's nowhere near what they try to make it out to be. And I'm not saying that he's innocent or anything, because they still got to play it out, but it's not what they cracked it out to be.
Yeah, salute to my man Clarence. I'll make sure y'all check out Clarence, Vacay Bay. They doing their things over there. Salute to one of my favorite people, man. My man Tavon. Always showing love.
Tavon, he love BVO. Shout out Tavon.
Hey, we gotta have somebody that love us, man.
I ain't mad at him.
Hey, I rock
with Tavon.
At the end of the day, man, we gotta have real supporters. We ain't gotta we can't have the goofballs. We gotta have real supporters.
Yeah, he real. We don't need to have people like Monkey Mill running around this hole. He must be stopped. And you know what? I seen BVO. Matter of fact, I'm gonna shut up.
I'll just say this. Everybody know I've been going at Mighty Cone City.
Monkey Mill.
I'll just say this. The reason I'm going at him is very simple. I think he's a clown.
I ain't even mean to get him started, y'all. I apologize.
And I'm gonna just say this. And I think people gotta really look at what they watching. You giving a guy who did nothing more than be friends with Zab Judah. I'm sorry, I don't know Zab. I don't.
And I don't either.
I can't call Zab on the phone and say, "Hey, bro, I want to start a podcast." All I can do is start a podcast and wait for real people to come through, like you guys, like Angie's, the Vacay Bays, the Tavons, all the people who show love. Because at the end of the day, that's a manufactured thing that y'all watching. That's not somebody who put the work in.
Yeah.
And you can say I'm hating, you can say what you want, but it's just wild.
That's a plant.
I'm gonna be honest with you, BBO.
Go ahead.
We know more professional fighters and trainers than Gigi.
Yeah.
We only know them through the strength of Zab Judah. We don't know them on a personal level. We know them through the strength of Zab Judah. So you know enough that you need to know.
Yeah, and that's just off, people liking what we do. As you guys can see, I'm doing a better job. I want to make sure we have more professional show. We're gonna still have our fun, but we're gonna have more professional show. So if somebody want to come keep investing into the show, they can do that. But we got my man Coach.
Who that, Coach Rock?
Yes, sir.
Shit.
I gotta ask you this, Coach. After what you just seen with Fondor, can anybody beat him at junior middleweight?
Hey, ask it again now. What'd you say?
I was saying, I don't know if you got a chance to see the fight with my man Fondor, Sebastian Fondor, BVO's favorite fighter.
I did. I saw it. Go ahead.
What did you think about that performance? Can anybody beat that kid?
Man. Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you. The fact that he actually learning how to fight now, it's an extremely difficult fight.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coach.
Shout out to my boy. He learned how to fight now.
Hey, Coach, go ahead, get tight, Coach.
You might.
But let me ask. Go ahead, Coach. What did you think about Keith Thurman's face? I've never seen Keith Thurman.
Man, he had a mask on, Coach.
Hey, man, he's just light skin, man. That's just light skin problem.
No, that's how he doing, because he had I don't know if you guys ever played Crash Bandicoot. He make them dudes like that mask that Crash Bandicoot was catching back.
Yeah, he had a Crash mask on, Coach.
He is beating people to death.
Yeah.
I mean, his face. You see, Lubin's face was worse. Lubin's face
Bro,
was worse. I mean, you fight him, you gonna come out looking like a monster.
that's why I
What you
said
think about that?
should have got him before that last Tim Zoo fight. We know how to fight now.
Yeah.
That's a problem, man. So the problem is that when you that tall
Mm-hmm.
and them long arms like that, 80-inch reach,
Mm-hmm.
you can go to the body from angles and a distance, and you got uppercuts that are available to you, like a 1-2 is available to a regular person, man. And you really can't see them uppercuts coming like that as a boxer. So
But you
that's a
remember
problem, man.
He got better, coach, with the jab and all. You know, you
threw that
feel me?
uppercut. Remember he
that's
threw that
what I mean.
uppercut, though, Coach.
He
He threw that uppercut.
can maintain distance now too.
Yeah.
He threw that uppercut versus Mendoza, and Mendoza slept him. But he digged for that low uppercut, and Mendoza slept him. So I mean,
Yeah, but
I
the kid wasn't up on his jab, you know.
I think the thing that you got to watch with him is that he don't make old bad habits. That's the only thing I would say. I'd be his only demise is that if he still got some bad habits.
Mm.
Man, he done got better, man.
Oh, he definitely gotten better. And you know what? I would say for the first time in a long time, if I'm looking at the sport of boxing, we've seen a lot of guys improve in ways we hadn't seen in probably about 10 to 15 years. We've seen David Benavidez has gotten better, considerably better from what we've seen 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I would say another guy's improved. Moses Tomei has improved.
Yep.
Daniel Dubois has improved.
Jalil Hackett, he's improved hell.
Philip Herkovich. I don't know if you guys fought my man Philip Herkovich. He's improved. Definitely Jalil has gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying a lot of guys have gotten better in the sport, but the only person I really would say that hasn't really, it's a couple dudes that haven't done it, but I like what we're seeing with that. But what you think about Devin Haney not taking the Rolly fight over money? What do you think about that, Coach?
I mean, I think it's a little delusional from Devin's standpoint because he don't have nothing else out there right now. I mean, Rolly's arguably the biggest name at 147 pounds right now. That's the champion
for sure.
And on top of that, I think Devin get a lot of attention, but I don't know that Devin is as big a draw as he thinks he is, just all around the country. I think he can sell in Oakland and San Francisco where he's from. But we don't know if Devin can sell in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about Rolly is, Rolly has had, he's been in some pretty decent sized fights. He's been in with Tank from that standpoint. That's the number one. And, Rolly, has a gift of gab, so he can actually sell the fight. So, I don't know. I think it's a missed opportunity on Devin's behalf to possibly get a
Coach,
fight because they a lot.
BVO put out a video saying that we don't know, because Devin was like, the money not right, right? And I learned this from BVO. He said that we don't know how much his, training camp costs, his flights, his sparring partners, all that good stuff. So if the money not right, it's not like that he ducking Rolly, but it seems like the Haneys have like a team to take care of, So the money got to be right so everybody can get paid. That's how I took that. But I'm not in the game like you, Coach Rock.
The problem is Devin did a video saying that Rolly had stepped up and actually submitted an offer that they could work with. You see what I'm saying? I think what they came about was thinking that Rolly was desperate and wanted to fight Devin as opposed to fighting him mandatory, which may be true. It may be a bigger fight. But that's not an easy fight for Devin. Like I said, they sparred. Rolly definitely got some power, and he's really, really quick.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Only thing I would push back on, I'll say this: when it comes to Devin, people don't understand. He's spending a lot of money on them training camps. Like when you see him running around with the personal trainer, got them vehicles following him. That stuff all costs money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think,
He want to do it like Floyd.
he's doing it like Floyd.
That's
People
why I
don't
said that
realize.
if the money not right, like what BVO educated me with, educated me. I feel like that when Devin said the money not right, I feel like because it's not enough to where his people and him can make money. If it's not that, I don't think DHP gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean he's
Rightfully
not smart.
so.
I mean, I watched the interview with Devin on Ring Champs with Ak and Barack.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, bro just got money sitting in the bank. He ain't got no stocks. He ain't got no bonds. He ain't got no real estate.
Nope.
That shit really goddamn like a baby version of Floyd. He just ain't gonna make the money that Floyd made.
Yeah.
So, if he don't have his money making money for him
Mm-hmm.
and investing it properly and growing, then he gonna find himself in a similar situation where he's just trying to, live out eating what he killed. And that ain't gonna last forever.
It's the old saying: if I don't care how talented you are, you can't work forever. And I think a lot of times, and I'll be honest with you, when you're dealing with people who've never had money, because I'm gonna ask you guys this: have you guys ever had somebody give you advice who's an absolute loser? You
Yeah.
don't say it, you don't say nothing about them as a person,
Yeah.
but they give you advice, and then they get mad about how you do things, as if what they're doing, they've ever done something in their life that's
BVO.
I think that's
I've worked with people.
that works against a lot of guys, because guys be looking at Devin's money and not realizing he's probably gonna have 35% to 40% in taxes. He's gonna have 10-15% to the management. He's gonna have probably $100,000 camp. I mean, if David Benavidez have $100,000 camps, I definitely believe Devin Haney is too. This ain't the day with dudes making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and eating steakies. It's not. That's not what's going on.
I mean, you paying Stitch Duran 3%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because got to remember,
rightfully deserved.
I don't
which
listen. I don't.
Which is
I don't
deserved.
Let me correct myself. I know Uncle Stitch don't like hearing about his money, so I don't know. But I know you're not gonna give him $100. I know that.
No.
Because one thing about Stitch, he's such a gracious guy. He'll do it because he loves it.
Yep.
What did he tell the young champion from Cleveland, Abdullah Mason? Hey man, just send me something. Just give me a tip if you want. I love you. I want to do it because I love you.
Yeah. Now Stitch a good dude.
Yeah.
Uncle Stitch is a wonderful person.
Uncle Stitch is solid.
Everybody doesn't do that. But I think, and this is just my opinion on this, I think when you talk about Devin, I think he got so many people who love him. I actually seen a video where some guys said, we'll follow Devin for anything. We'll do anything for Devin. They basically were saying they'll get their life for Devin. So when you got guys like that, it's very hard not to have an ego. It's like that old saying.
Them same dudes still in the fight.
Go ahead.
I think the problem is with the whole situation is you don't know what he wants, because 1 minute he said he's fighting for the big fight, and then the next minute he said he's fighting for the belt. So the fans are looking at, okay, if he's fighting for the belt, we know they didn't offer you no chump change. We know that. They didn't offer you no chump change. If you just raw that you claim you are, we already know what PBC motto is. You're going to get a certain amount of money, and then you're going to make the money on the back end. Whereas he's just raw that he claims that he is, then he should be able to make the money on the back end. So I just think the fans are getting a lot of mixed messages coming from the camp, because they're saying it's not about the money, then they say it is about the money, then they said it's only about the belt. So it's like we don't know what to think that he's fighting for. Now, if you say it's both, it's about the belt, but I need to be paid as well, then say that. But 1 minute you say it's about the money, and the next minute you say, oh, I'm not fighting for the money, I'm fighting for the belt. The fans are, okay, which one are you doing? Because according to everybody, you said that they gave him a solid offer. Okay, solid offer. So we didn't hear anything about the money. We heard that Rolly had signed his portion. So the money must have been mentioned in there, and Rolly said he signed his portion. So if Rolly signed his portion, they gave you a solid offer. That means the money was mentioned in there. So where was the disconnect at?
I think what you're saying is true, Free. I just think at the end of the day, you're never gonna get a real answer. And I can say this personally: when you have relationships with guys, I mean, it's very hard to be critical. I'm being honest because you don't want to mess with the relationship. It's hard to be critical. It's hard to say, hey, this is this or this is that. But I'll say this. The thing that got me about it is that Rolly kind of called his bluff, like my man Tavon said. He called his bluff. There is no better dance partner. There isn't. I mean, you can say Ryan. I've been telling y'all for months. Ryan is fighting Tio. I don't know what y'all think. When BVO tell y'all stuff, I'm not telling you that because I made that up. I heard that from the man himself. And come on, bro. I told y'all he's fighting Tio. Tio is fighting Ryan.
I can see that.
When they make the fight, I hope y'all give me credit, or y'all don't, whatever the case may be. But like I've been telling y'all for months, Ryan Garcia is going to fight Teofimo Lopez.
Who's
This
gonna
fight
pay for
is
it?
made. I'm gonna say this. This fight was supposed to happen 2-3 years ago, but Ryan didn't want it because Ryan was chasing the Tank fight, rightfully so. Ryan was chasing the fight with Devin, rightfully so, because those fights made more money. But it was already agreed that they were going to fight. These guys came up together. I know everybody likes to get in their feelings. These ain't nothing but little kids to me. I'll be honest with y'all. I want to be honest with y'all. These is little kids to me. I'm not about to be in no doggone tizzy about no kids, bro. I'm just telling you this right now. I'm just being real, coach. I love the fighters. I love the game. But you're not going to get me all set up for little kids, man. Somebody that's 28, 29, I've probably seen you be born. I'm just being real. So it's like, I like the fact that these guys are saying that. They this, that. Brother, these are little kids, man. If they fight, they fight. They don't, they do it or they don't. It's that simple, man. But let me ask you this. Now, this is something that I thought was amazing. Free, I'm going to have you start. I'm going to go to Rocket, then my brother Prize. What you think about my man Xander Zayas said, I'm going to pull the nigga's heart out his chest about Boots Anderson. It's not something BVO made up. He said, I'm going to pull the nigga's heart out his chest. What you guys think about Xander saying he going to pull Boots' heart out his chest?
Xander is savage. Go ahead, Free.
Hey, I mean, that's how
He said the N word.
Nah.
He's
No.
Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans don't say N-word in Alabama?
He did?
No, we ain't got no Puerto Ricans in Alabama. I ain't grew up with Puerto
Okay, that's why.
You were black, you white, or you light skinned. That's all. That's
Okay.
all. They have no Puerto Ricans. They have no Mexicans.
Wait, he said that, BVO?
He didn't say the N-word. I said the N-word. He didn't say the N-word.
Oh, okay. How about saying Xander don't talk like that?
No, he should have, though.
I mean, he's going in there with
what I did hear about Xander is that he walking around about 190 pounds.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, it's an even matchup between the height and the reach. Both of these guys are 5'10". Both of these guys got 74-inch arm reach. So it's an even matchup as far as their physical attributes. The physical attributes is an even matchup. The difference comes with the skill. Xander Zayas, he's a good boxer, and he's still learning. He's only 22 years old. He's still learning. Jaron Ennis is a great fighter, and he's got a lot of experience over Xander Zayas. I don't know if Xander Zayas is ready for that level of experience that Jaron Ennis is about to give him on July 27th. June 27th. I don't know if he's ready for it.
Free, they kind of walked them down, didn't they, Free? Like that when Top Rank got with the zone, you know, kind of put them in a blender. Like, yo, this is what we want next.
Even if that's the case,
he went and dipped Bob and
he wanted to fight.
The management said he wants that fight with Jaron. He went and dipped Bob and all that. Now, what I will say,
they ain't got no choice but to fight. The zone lost too much money on Canelo. All these popcorn and cupcake fights. Nah, they gonna get this work now. They trying to get their
everybody lost money with Canelo.
When those fighters go against Bob a lot of times those fighters come up on the short end of the stick. So I don't know if Xander Zayas is going to pull it out. I will be rooting for him because I've always liked Xander Zayas. I will be rooting for Boots as well. I like him just as much as I like Xander Zayas. This is going to be a great fight, but I just don't think that Xander Zayas is ready for this level of experience
Man,
that he's about to
but let
get.
me ask
So
you
you
a
going
question.
against
Is Xander Zayas a world champion?
He's
Yeah.
a
unified
champion.
Okay, well
champion.
you can't be on here talking about he ain't ready. He a
You're right.
unified world
No.
champion.
I don't want to hear that.
He got 2 more belts than Boots got.
No. Just because he's a champion doesn't mean he's faced the level of competition. Because we see champions all the time.
And
He's
you're
ready.
right. But you
He's
can't
ready.
use the excuse that somebody ain't ready
Oh
and they are
no, it's no
unified world
excuse.
champion. Once you're a
It's no
world
excuse.
champion, that's just like Abdullah Mason. Bro, you a world champion.
No,
Anything
it's
else
no excuse.
need not be said.
I
It's
think
no
I
excuse.
think he
He's
can
gonna
whoop
try
everybody,
it.
Coach Rock.
He's gonna come
Who
in there
that,
to
Xander?
fight. He's not
Yep.
gonna lay
No,
down.
Abdullah.
Xander
Carrier,
Zayas is gonna come in there to fight. He's
Well,
not gonna lay down.
he gonna
When
get
I
a chance
say
too.
Hold up, y'all. Let me do this. Shout out to my man, the Dog Whisperer, OTF, man. Welcome to the chat, bro. I always see you in the comments, man. Welcome home. This is a Doghouse representative, man. We want to make sure we show Doghouse people some
Shout
real
out
love.
Carrier, my brother Carrier.
Carrier, man, hanging on the Doghouse. Look at my man Carrier hanging on the Doghouse, man.
We're the brothers tonight, BVO.
When I say he's not ready for this level of experience, is because he hasn't been in there with that level of experience. The guys he's been in the
He
ring
just
with,
fought after Terrence Crawford, man. He just fought and became unified. You can't say that.
No, I can say that. Because he's unified, that still doesn't mean he fought the level of competition that Jaron Boots hit him.
What? So you saying Xander should vacate?
No.
Listen, I got listen.
I hear exactly what you're saying.
No, he didn't say that.
Zayas is not going to lay down. He's going to give it his all. He's just not ready for this fight. He's not ready for this fight, but he's going to give it his all.
He gonna fight though, Free.
He very well could pull out the upset. He very well could. I just don't think that he will.
They got him as the underdog?
Yes.
Well,
he's the underdog.
That's B3 department. Has that came out yet, Free?
No.
I don't know. You would have a unified champion as the underdog?
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, he is the underdog.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't even have to look at it. I can tell you right now, Vegas got him as the underdog. I don't even have to look at it. I guarantee you, when you pull it up, they're going to say Xander Zayas is the underdog.
Let me look that up for y'all.
I didn't even think. Hey, salute to you, Free. I didn't even think that was possible. I thought it'd be 50-50 at most. I mean,
no, not when the betting comes. They're not going to think this kid's going to be able to beat Jaron Ennis, bro.
I want to show love to Boosie. I love Boosie. But who has he fought and beat? I mean, he's a former unified champion at welterweight. We're not taking that away from the former Ring Magazine champion at all. But, I mean,
at this moment, wow, they got Boots as a -250 favorite.
Yikes.
Damn.
I thought it would be closer, like it would be a little bit more even, like Xander would be plus 150 and Boots might be -108 or something like that.
I told you.
Yeah, this is
nuts. I didn't got to look at
That's crazy.
He's the underdog. So
I didn't see that.
He hasn't been in the ring with this level of experience.
Free don't like that nigga at BVO.
This level of athleticism. He hasn't been in the ring with somebody like this. So when you never face this level of opposition, they're gonna say you're the underdog. They're gonna say you're the underdog. Now you
here's my question.
But by that,
I got a quick
one
question.
second. By that
Who has
same
Boots been in the
metric,
ring with?
That's what I'm asking, Coach.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Yeah, I don't think
Who
Boots
is he
been in the
fought?
ring with somebody on Xander's size, Xander's
not
foot speed and footwork. His
we
hands
not
speed. I
going
don't think he's been in there with somebody like Xander.
I'm telling you, Boosie had one fight versus a guy who Jalil Hackett was trying to fight. So, I mean, Jalil's a contender now, but I mean, come on, you had a young contender that was trying to fight Usman. And then you bought him 2 cheesesteaks from Max. I mean, come on, bro. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick. This reminds me of a story real quick, and I'm gonna let my man freak out this. You guys remember when I told you? You guys remember when I told y'all last week about the chiropractor joke I told you about last week?
Okay, I'm gonna give you Boots.
Can you hear me, Frank?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, go ahead.
Boots ain't get them cheesesteaks. He got them cheesesteaks from the stadium.
No, Boots been in there with Chris Van Hinder. He's been in there with Sergey Lipinets. He's been in there with Thomas Delome. He's been in there with Quincy Clayton. He's been in there with Kern twice. He's been in there with Roman Villa. He's been in there with David Avenesian. He's been in there with Stanionis, and he fought Lima. Those was his last, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 opponents. Those was his last 10 opponents.
I give you Avenesian and maybe Stanley.
Well, I'm gonna ask y'all. Do y'all remember that story that I told y'all about the chiropractor last week? The guy with the week back. You guys remember that?
Yeah,
No, I wasn't here.
I do.
Well, y'all didn't get it, man. Y'all didn't get it. Never. I got y'all with that. But I said the chiropractor.
I remember the story,
Y'all didn't get it.
but carry on.
Y'all didn't get it. It was a joke.
The
But
Mark, you know how Mark gonna do.
I'll say this, man. The funny thing about it is this: we can say what we want. Vegas, like my man aircraft carrier said, they doing him dirty. Shout out to my man Insane, all the way from the east side.
Yeah,
They doing him dirty because
Insane. I need you next weekend, next Monday.
This brother put the work in. That's what I'm saying. Free, he put the work in. Y'all can say he got the belts, whatever y'all want to say. He put the work in.
All the dub. I mean, BBO.
He got him dubbed.
Who you talking to, BBO? I've been on Xander. I've been telling y'all about Xander.
Yeah,
I've been on Xander. I represent Xander to the fullest. I just know he never faced this level of competition before. I've been watching Xander since he first fought.
I never heard of that brother until TD Sports and D3. That's a fact.
No, I've been watching Xander his entire career. He's never faced this level of competition before.
I just say this though.
DP, I need your list next Monday.
I got a
Top
question right
adult
quick.
sport,
Real quick, and
stars.
I want us to get back in order. I just want to say this, and I want to bring Coach Rock, and then we're gonna bring the brothers back in on this. But I'm gonna just say this: when we talking about Xander Zayas, the brother's a unified champion. Now, Boots is a talented fighter, no doubt, and he's accomplished being former unified at welterweight. But there's no way I'm gonna sit here and tell me Boots is great. As my man Crush said, he's not great, but he's a very good talent. That's what he is. He's a great talent. But is he great? No, he's not. I wouldn't say he's great, Chet. I wouldn't say
cool.
that.
Xander?
Go ahead.
No, Boots. No, Boots is not. He's not great as the aspect as one of the greatest of all time. No, he's not that. He's a great talent. He's a great talent. He has all of the attributes that you look for in a fighter. He can fight from either stance very well. He has power in both hands. He has great footwork. He has great defense. He has great reflexes. He has a great ring IQ. He's what you look for in a fighter. So he's a great talent. I'm not saying he's great, but he's a great talent.
I won't say that Boots is the greatest, is the most gifted prize fighter we've seen since the 90s. I'm gonna tell you who I think was one of the most gifted fighters, two of them. Tank Davis, for his size, to be 5'2", and to be punching like bricks and can box. And really, if you look at Ryan has the size, that whip left hand.
And he got Osirine to help him.
That's a pretty special. Though I'm talking about the special off the gifts. When I look at Boots, I think Boots is just a very good technician who can do something, but nothing about his game I would say is special. He doesn't have like an overpowering attribute about him. I wouldn't say that. It wouldn't be his boxing, wouldn't be his IQ. He just get the job done. But I wouldn't say he has like an overpowering attribute. Like I would say Errol Spencer's thing was his determination to win. Earl was coming to win. It didn't matter crook, hook, or whatever. He's coming to win. Or you would look at like a Keith Thurman, his boxing ability was on another level. So I wouldn't say, that's why it's kind of tough to go with Boots, because we don't know who Bootsy really hasn't had the fights to show us anything. Roman Villa's not good.
Xander ain't had them fights either. So this is new like territory for both of them.
For both of them, absolutely.
If you want to be like that.
I would totally agree with that. But let me ask you this.
But he's a kid though. He's 23, and I don't know, man.
Let me ask you this though, Marky Dan. Did you expect, and Coach, you can answer this and Free as well after this. Did you expect him to say, "I'm gonna rip the man's heart out"? I didn't expect.
Who said that, Xander?
Yeah, Xander said he's gonna rip the man's
Yeah,
heart
Xander
out.
was talking greasy.
I never thought I would hear
I mean, like he's selling the fight. This is a big time main event.
Massive.
It's outside of Turkey Al Sheikh. So I don't expect them to be getting like $20 million guaranteed bags, which means that they're probably both going to be getting large pieces of the back end. So it pays to sell the fight and to have people buy the fight, it pays. To have people showing up and buying tickets. You know what I'm saying? The Boricuas have Boots' people from Philly and New Jersey come out. It pays. So no, I'm not surprised by none of that. I've seen way more crazier things said and done when it comes to selling a fight. You don't remember when Bernard and Tito were fighting?
He
And
snatched
Bernard
that.
went to Puerto Rico and snatched up the Puerto Rican flag and
Yeah,
threw
that
that
was
bitch on the ground
crazy.
and then made a mad dash to the airport. That's not that's not the crazy. Oh, I'm gonna rip your heart out. That's not the craziest thing I've ever heard.
No, I'm
BBL.
saying I didn't expect Xander to say that. He's because this. You gotta remember, Xander went from saying, "Oh my God, I'm unified champion," to "I'm gonna rip the nigga's heart out his chest." I didn't. I just saying. I didn't know.
I mean, I'm
crazy.
not. Nothing about that surprised me. He's a fighter. Come
Yeah.
on.
Xander is a fighter, bro. He gonna come to Rumble.
Gentlemen, I think that's the thing I'm saying. He's
He
seen.
gonna come to Rumble, dog.
And you trying to galvanize
what
the
I
Puerto
will say,
Ricans. You trying to galvanize all the Latinos to
I
come out
would
for him.
No, Mark. See,
I will agree with BBO. I was surprised to hear that he had said that because Xander don't talk like that. Xander, he pretty much he stay humble and he let everybody know he's going to put on a great performance. But to say something like that, that's outside of his character. You never seen Xander really say anything wild like that. That's outside of his character. So I am surprised to hear that he has said that.
What about you, Coach? Were you shocked to hear him say that?
Yeah, it seemed kind of. I mean, I've never heard him talk like that. He walk
talk
around.
greasy.
He walk around with the glasses on and stuff like that. BB, I'm surprised you like Xander because Xander's he too much of a boxer for your taste.
He loves Xander, Coach. He met Xander at the Barclays and he cried, Coach.
I just started watching him, but he dips to do kangaroo around the ring a lot, brother. That man be kangarooing around the ring.
I will say this: Xander does run. I will give you that. I
ain't gonna say he run. I just say he's too much of a boxer for your taste.
It's a little different, but you know why I like Xander? I like he got the heart of a lion. I like that.
How you know?
I love
No,
that.
I like Xander too. I think he can fight, but I just think with Boots, he's
I'm
23.
have the heart that he got. He got the heart of a lion.
Well, everybody want to talk about he got heart, but
hold on.
top
BBO,
rank, they got backed into a corner. BVO, they knew.
Tell me when you seen Xander display heart.
I seen him display heart with his fight when he won the belt, the WO belt.
No, I say in the unification joint.
Not even just that. When he fought African,
I thought he rumbled that unification joint.
Okay, I don't know if y'all can hear me.
You talking about Perez when he fought Garcia Perez.
That's
he
different.
said BVO openly stated he dislikes slick black fighters on numerous platforms. I'll just say this.
Carrier gonna come up here and talk crazy.
I'm surprised. BBO, I'm surprised you ain't gave Xander your.
I'm trying to get it out. I'm sorry I can't talk as fast as y'all want me to. All I'm saying is this. When I look at him, he has the heart of a lion because he's willing to take on challenges. He actually called Virgil Ortiz right back. And Virgil wanted to say, I'm going another way. You keep seeing things behind the scenes where Xander's trying to get fights. I look at him more, and excuse this comparison, but I look at it like more of a Pernell Whitaker type of guy where he's not a puncher or nothing, but he comes to entertain and he wants everybody. Everybody can get it. That's why I say that everybody can get it when it comes to Xander.
He gonna fight.
Like BVO, you tripping, man.
He not coming for a coach. He not coming for a paycheck, Coach Rock.
BBO, I'm surprised. I'm
Listen,
surprised you ain't hit Xander with your catchphrase, BBO, about talking about how he looked for the biggest, blackest, slickest, you know what.
Well, we not saying that. We're not saying that.
That man, you were going good until you said he kind of like Pernell.
No, when I say listen, I don't mean Pernell. I don't mean Pernell as the fighter. I'm saying that he's not. He doesn't have power. He just doesn't. He doesn't have power.
If he ain't got no power, that's a problem at 154 pounds.
It's not a problem.
If he don't have no problem, then he got no choice but to dip to do kangaroo.
And that's why you see him do what he do. What I'm saying is this, though, Coach. One thing about him, the brother ain't scared. He coming. I know. Put it like
All
this.
right, yeah.
Put it like
So
this.
you
Now we know.
I,
Now
I,
we
now,
know.
now,
Coach
now,
Rock.
I've heard
Let
people
me
say
give you a
Puerto
real
Ricans
answer.
going Puerto Rican.
Coach, let me tell you this. We know for a fact that Chad could knock dudes out more. He could knock a lot of niggas out. But what does he do? He outclasses them most of the time. Am I wrong?
Who talking my son?
Yeah.
Man, we've been blooding dudes up lately, man. But
No, I ain't talking what y'all
come
been
off.
doing lately.
He's talking about sparring though.
Where
Oh
y'all
no,
was
I'm talking about
boxing.
I'm talking about in actually in fights and stuff like that.
That's what I'm
my
saying.
son a box. No, my son a pure. My son he a pure switch hitting boxer.
And that's exactly what I mean. But this is what I'm saying. If as big as Chad is for that weight class, he could be coming forward bludgeoning brothers like y'all doing now. But he just started doing that because now he's feeling more comfortable. What I'm saying is this. I like the fact that a boxer can be who he is and not change his style for nothing. No matter what Xander is saying, he wants the best fights. He called Virgil Ortiz right back. Virgil was playing games. He tried to make the fight with people don't know this. He tried to get the fight with Keith Thurman. He tried to get the fight with Fondor. He was at the Fondor fight. When Earl Spence got the ring with the Winnie the Pooh jacket on, Xander was in the crowd. So I got to give a brother credit for wanting the fights, man. If you say you want the fights, you go get them. Hey, you got my vote. You got my vote. It's enough dudes pickle pulling. It's enough. You know.
Not gonna lie. I think one time I stopped Xander. That's who Keith should have fought Xander Zayas instead of Spondora. that's for real.
Well, Keith had no business fighting for a title after being out the ring 10 years. He had no business fighting for a title. Hey, but salute to my man, brother Bernard Hackett, man. Hey, and y'all gotta remember when we have Coach on here, man, this is the protege of one of the greatest trainers of all time, man, Gary Russell Sr., man. So let me ask you this, Coach. When we look at this upcoming fight with Xander versus Boots, I know you favoring Boots, but what do you think about Xander saying, I'm gonna pull his heart out of his chest?
I think it's a good note to sell the fight on. I personally don't think it's real confidence. I think he's really going to fight him. I don't take nothing from Xander for taking this fight. But I think this is the pieces he tries to do to hype himself up. And if that's what he needs to perform at his best, I give it to him 100%. When I do the side-by-side comparisons, I just don't have any checks to put on his side, looking at it with no emotion, just based on what we've physically seen in a boxing ring. I just don't see anything.
Why? Because he a young boy, coach? Because he like dub 3? You think that the older guy?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I don't think the age has anything to do with it. My thing is,
I agree with what Coach saying. Because if you put them side by side and you give off all of the different attributes, boxing, footwork, hand speed, power, defense, you would say more of the checks will go to Jaron Boots than they will go to Xander Zayas.
For sure.
I think every check would go to Jaron Ennis. I don't think there's a check that you could possibly even find to make even. There's no check that goes in his boxes, and I think, like I said, I praise Xander for taking a fight like this because, quite honestly, I think him and his team could have told Top Rank that don't make sense for me. But when you look at it as a Datsun 280 versus a Lamborghini Hurricane, I mean, it's no comparison.
Coach, they don't know nothing about that 280Z, Coach.
Yeah.
They definitely don't know about the 280. That was before.
Coach, you went over their head then.
Coach didn't reach back.
Coach, you went over their head.
No.
Coach reached back.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I didn't reach back. The Datsun 280ZX was a hell of a car, and it's still a hell of a car to this day.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Based on the technology and the changing of the time, you're not going to put it and say it's an even race against a Hurricane. It's just not going to do it. You know, and when you...
But let me ask you this, though, Coach. I get what you're saying. I think you're going off of Boots' skill. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think when you look at Boosie, He's a very, very talented young fighter. But when we seen Xander's been at the weight longer. Xander is probably as big as Jalil as far as like height and weight. When you say like he probably about 190, 5'10", 5'11". I think he's gonna be.
Let me ask this question, BVO. Just getting everybody with a simple yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Who has fought the better quality opponents?
Boo.
Who is the more prone to get knockouts as compared to going the distance?
Boo.
See, that's not fair. So you telling me
let me finish. Let me finish. Does Boots, yes or no, does Boots have more knockouts than this kid has fights?
Yeah.
Does Xander Zayas traditionally fade after the 8th round?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen Boots ever fade at any point in a fight?
No.
I would say no.
So if we're doing all of those comparisons and everything was checked on Boots' side, please tell me where other than your emotional part of you, where would your betting pocket bet at?
I'm always betting on the box. I'm always betting on the box. Every time.
Okay, let me ask this. Based on their overall history, amateur and pro, who has exceeded in the better boxing category? Jaron Ennis or Xander Zayas?
I say Jaron.
It's weird to say because he was on a Puerto Rican Olympic team, but I don't think it's
get out of here.
No, I'm just
who was on the Puerto Rican Olympic team?
He was an alternate. Xander was. He was.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't. Xander Zayas boxed for Team USA. He didn't even compete as an open class. Him and that generation never competed in open class.
Yeah.
They only competed as juniors.
Shout out to my brother Carrier, who he said that me and D Free said a year ago that Jalil could beat Xander, and I still feel that way to this day. I didn't say that. Well, I said it, Carrier.
I said it will be a good fight. I never gave who will win.
Man, I think Jalil can beat that boy. You know, it'll be a good fight.
I respect.
Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
I respect the brother's opinion on his status of the fight, and I will say this as clear as day: Xander wins, loses, or draw, and moves up to 160. Him and Jalil is still a great fight because of their youth. If you look at the betting odds on that fight right now, it's nowhere near 50-50. The odds are extremely in Boots' favor.
Yeah.
When you talk about gambling doesn't put any emotion in it. Gambling says these are the analytics. This is what 9 out of 10 will happen. That's how we set the odds.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, Las Vegas has never shut down. So they win more than they lose when they set the odds.
That's a fact.
So if Las Vegas is setting massive odds against Xander, then please tell me why people who do this for a living and have made a living at it are given that, but everybody else who is saying this is dealing with their heart. If you ask a Puerto Rican fan of Xander, if you could switch Xander and Boots around, switch them around, Boots is Puerto Rican, and he's the Boots we know, and Xander is an American fighter, no matter if they're black or whatever. If they said bet 50,000 that Xander would lose, every Puerto Rican would bet 50,000 that Boots would win if you switched them around. Now switch them back around, and you may get a handful of Puerto Ricans that will bet 50 grand that he can win. And most of those who say they would bet 50 grand don't have 50 grand.
I'll put it like this, man.
I'll put it like
You
this.
hit him below the belt right there, Coach.
Yeah, that was
No.
low. That was a low blow.
No. I'm not saying they don't have money. I know a lot of Puerto Ricans with
I
money.
don't mean that
What
way.
I'm saying,
I'm talking about when you switch the analogy around. No, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that analogy was crazy. Like they ain't
That
never had
analogy
no
was
money.
beautiful.
That was real, Coach.
That was
No,
real
it's
right
not a
there.
diss, Coach. That was real-ish.
No, that was real.
Let me say this real quick. I'm gonna tell you why. And as Jalil would say, that's why I'm gonna put Dr. Ass on this one. At the end of the day, we've seen this since the beginning of time. The boxer always wins. The boxer always wins. The only
and you're BBO, and you're 100% correct. But when we just asked who was the better boxer traditionally through their careers, that was still Boots. So you still have to bet with Boots.
I'm about to say both of them are
I think y'all looking for him to come get a lucky shot on Xander. I don't think that shot would be there for him. I just
don't. Bruh. Let's look at this. Let's just look at this. If you pull up their last 10 opponents. If you pull up Boots' last 10 opponents, and when you go just the last 10, who fought the better quality opposition?
It's Boots, not even close. I already did. I still have it on my screen
hold
right
on.
now.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let me say this. Out of the last 10 fights, how many people has Boots knocked out?
Everybody except for 2.
So 8 out of 10, right? 8 out of 10. And hold on, listen. And we already agreed that Boots fought the better opposition in the last 10 fights. Now you go look at Xander's last 10 fights. How many of a lesser quality opposition has he knocked out? Just in the last 10 fights.
He's not even supposed to be here.
The last 10?
Out of the last 10 fights.
He's knocked out 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so against lesser opposition that we agreed on,
wow,
Boots has knocked out 9 of the 10. Xander, against lesser opposition, has only knocked out 3 of them. So we're gonna put the power on Boots' side.
Let me say this, because I can't seem to get this out. Let me say this real quick, Free. You talking about a dude who's been a pro for over a decade, and we just now starting to hear about him. You got to remember that Xander just got started.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's a champion. He's a champion.
Let me tell you why I say that. You got to have a lot of intestinal fortitude to even be in this position. And we've seen since the beginning of time, it's not about knockouts. It's about, can you box? This ain't called fight. This is called boxing. If you put Xander Zayas, who's an elite boxer, who's still working and getting better, you can't tell me when I've seen him rise to the occasion before that he won't have a night where he can even come up another level. We just seen it with your son. We seen your son go another level that we've never seen. We've never seen him fight like this in the pros. But we seen him go in the heat of the heat of competition. He grew right in front of our eyes. And that's exactly what you're gonna see with Xander Zayas, who only fights the best. Because I'll put it like this. If Xander was black, I'm gonna be honest. If Xander had waves in the beard and was a black guy that had that kind of slick fighter style, y'all would say Boots has no chance. It's flat out.
No,
flat out.
BBO. You're arguing that Xander has a chance. What Coach is putting out is it's more likely than not that Jaron is.
Go ahead, Coach. I think you fall off. Say it again, Coach. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, my bad. I blanked out. Go ahead, bro. Finish the statement.
No. What you're arguing, BBO, is that Xander has a chance. What Coach is putting out is more likely than not that Boots is going to win this fight. That's what he's putting out.
That's all I'm saying.
Going back to the last 10 opponents, those two fights that Boots went the distance was the same person. The 2 fights was the same person. The rest of them he knocked out. So I mean, Xander has a shot. I just don't believe that Xander will win. And like I said, I've been rooting for Xander since he came in the game. I put you on the Xander Zayas. You were talking about everybody else. I told you Xander Zayas was going to be a champion. I told you Xander Zayas was coming for those guys at 54. And that's what he did. He came for those guys at 54, and now he's in his spot to, if he does win against Jaron Boots.
Xander's been a pro for 7 years, and Boots been a pro for 10 years. So they both got a lot of skin in the game.
If Xander wins
I
this
couldn't
fight,
hear all
if
of
Xander
that.
wins this fight against
Did y'all hear what
Jaron
Steve said?
Boots,
But
there's an
they
argument for
both got
Xander
some skin
being
in
the
the
best
game.
54-pounder right now.
Like I said, if you look at it from just an analytic standpoint, Boots is faster. Boots is in better condition. Boots is the puncher. Boots is the better boxer. Boots has faced a better competition since the amateurs. When you take emotion out of it, and I'll say this, if you could actually put Boots and Xander side by side and just make it two shadow images, and you put all the superlatives in a list and all of the checks were on one side, every single logical person would say the guy with all the checks is going to win. But as soon as you make it where you can see who the guys are, now you change your decision.
I just feel like this, and I'm not trying to put this cast aspersions on anybody in this. I think because we're talking about a younger guy, that's where we getting this from. It's a little ageism here. At the end of the day, if you look at what's going on, Xander has been after it. We wish Boots would move like Xander has been moving. We wish he would move like that, but he hasn't. At the end of the day,
I'm praising the kid for how he moves. I'm praising him for how he's moving. I'm praising him. You do not win fights based on how you move. You win fights based on how you fight. And he just does not have all of the pieces to beat him.
But we keep seeing these young fighters growing right in front of our eyes, Coach. I think you're missing that part.
You're not seeing them beat any guys of substance or of super quality that are not over the hill. You have not seen one of these guys. Name one that is beat in their division who is 22, 21, 23, beating a 28-year-old who is not punch drunk. Name one.
I can't. I give you that. I can't. I can't name one on that one. You're absolutely right.
It's not about the age. It's not. Boots is actually, he's the perfect fighter if you want to say it from the standpoint of his body hasn't been physically abused. He has a lot of experience. And I'll even make what you all say a plus instead of a minus. He's fought worthy competition, but not detrimental fight competition.
Mm-hmm.
When Xander won the WBO belt, when he won the belt, was it an overwhelming dominant performance?
No, it wasn't.
Or was it just a good performance?
It was a good performance.
Okay. Was it against a top tier guy?
No, he was up in the WO though. He's like number 9 or 10 in the WO though.
I'm fine with that, but was he top tier?
No, I wouldn't say he was. No.
Do you think that the guy that Xander beat for his title is better than Delorme?
No.
Boots put Delorme to sleep. Go down. we go down that list of the 9 people he put to sleep. Tell me which one of the 9 opponents that Boots fought in his last 10 opponents. Tell me which one of them was better than Xander Zayas is. Tell me which one of those guys, Xander Zayas, when he won the WBO belt, that guy he fought. Tell me which one of those guys he was better than.
See, I think you're looking at it wrong, Coach. It's not about, and I can't believe a guy who comes from the school of boxing would say knockouts don't matter, man.
I didn't say knockouts. I said, and we got my brother on the phone that can name the last 10 opponents. Xander's opponent that he beat for the WBO title. You tell me, out of the 10 guys that Boots fought in his last 10 opponents, which one was he better than?
He was better than fat Sergey Lipinich that came up and showed up. He's better than Keith Van Heerden, that bum who found the way out that fight with Boots.
Once again, I'm talking about the people who actually fought him in the last 10. The good brother got the last 10. If he mentions their names, tell me, is that person better than the guy that Xander fought for the WBO title?
Better than Stanionis. I
You
would
want me
say
to name them, Miguel?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want you to name them.
You got Lima, you got Stanionis, you got.
Hold up. Do them one. Lima, I'm going to say he was better than Lima.
You got Stanionis.
He wasn't better than Stanionis.
You got Karen.
He wasn't better than him.
You got David Avalisian.
He wasn't better than him.
You got Roman Villa.
He wasn't better than him.
You got Karen again.
He wasn't better than him.
Crucio Clayton.
He wasn't better than him.
Thomas Delome.
Oh, if you look, I'll give you Clayton. Okay, that's 2. Go. Who was the last one you said?
Thomas Delome.
He wasn't better than Delorme.
Sergio Lipinets.
He wasn't better than Lipinets. Damn. Okay, I'll give you Lipinets. That's 3. Keep going.
Chris Van Heerlen.
Yes.
So you mean it?
Yeah.
BVO, look here. I'll even give you that. So out of the last 10 people, his championship fight to win his first belt, he was either equal or worse to only 4. The other 6 beat him, in your own words, dead. and look, Boots.
That was crazy.
And Boots knocked all of them out except for 1. He knocked all of them out.
Salute, Killer Cam J. What's up with you?
Now, since the good brother got the info, tell us the last 10 opponents Xander fought, and tell me which one of them is good enough to make it the distance with Boots.
Well, you got you got to say, can they beat Stanionis?
Okay, no, that's fine. No. We're gonna say, can they beat who out of the 10? Who would you think was the best opponent Boots had out of his last 10?
Stanionis.
Okay, go through the last 10 that Xander fought and say, can they beat Stanionis?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I got it. You got a box.
Nope.
You don't think a boss would beat Stanionis?
Brother, we didn't even know who the fuck a boss was until he goddamn beat Tellez was his biggest opponent. Cut it out.
We all knew
that I won't give you. That I won't give you.
You got Jorge Garcia Perez, and y'all already said he wasn't better than that. Because that's who Xander fought for the WBO title. So Jorge Garcia Perez, that's a no. You got what's this guy named? Salar Porter? I don't even know who this is.
Yeah, that dude. I know you're talking about. Yeah, that his name is kind of funny. I know exactly who you're talking about.
All right, so that's a no. Keep going.
You got Damian Sosa.
That's a no.
My brother Bobby showing some love.
You got Tyson Sierra.
See y'all rough, man.
Another Puerto Rican cab driver. Go ahead, keep going. Another showcase fight. Keep going.
Roberto Venezuela.
Another Puerto Rican cab driver straight from the island.
Those are all showcase fights, Coach. You're not being fair.
So no. Listen. So do you agree that your fights get tougher as you go forward?
They usually do. Yes.
So that means Xander's last 10 were better than his first 11, correct?
Correct.
So if you're saying this guy at this point was still a showcase, that means every fight he's fought in his entire fucking career, he was the overwhelming favorite, and they were all showcase fights, including his WBO fight.
Well, if this counts for anything, my man Cam did bring up my brother from Cleveland. Garcia Perez did beat Charles Conwell. I don't know if that counts for anything.
I mean,
once again, that's why he got the title shot Once again, Xander. Listen, you just drove my point home. Xander's best win was against a motherfucker whose best win was against Conwell, who was also just a contender. Boots has beat better quality people, and he's destroyed better quality people.
I'm looking at Xander's thing. You got a good point. Xander been in the showcase fight. The showcase fight. He was on the top ranked diet for real, as my man Prize would call it. He's on the top. And like I said, I fuck with him for what he doing. But if you go back to the fight where him and Berlingo were the main event and co-main event, the black kid that he fought, the black kid lost. But this was a guy that was playing with Xander, telling him during the fight, you have zero power, telling him, and they booed that shit. Do you remember that? He did, so that he has zero power.
He told him why he was getting hit in the mouth. You have no power.
He did say that. With a mouthful of blood, he said that too.
Yeah. So once again, when you take away the imagery and just put shadows up, and you check all the boxes are in Booth's favor. But then when you put their face up, you say, nah. But the guy with no checks in the box, he gonna win. How the fuck that makes sense?
Hold on. That brother can cuss, man. Shout out to God. Hey, I'm gonna ask you this though, Coach. So you basically holding against him how a top rank raised him. But we see them do that with Shakur.
No, I'm not holding it against him. I'm giving him credit for it. I'm just saying when you take away if you take away the fighter's imagery and only put up shadows, we all come up with the same answer. We check boxes based on the imagery and the background. But the minute we motherfucker take the shadow away and put the person up there, how the fuck do you come up with a different answer?
Well, I'll just ask you this, Coach.
What do you mean by that?
You just show all of the boxes we went through: power, speed, competition, ability, knockouts. We go through all of that shit. All the check marks went to one guy, and we agreed on it. But the minute we showed you who those actual shadows really were, then you try to switch and say, but no. Xander's going to win. If I would have knew that was him, no. When all you knew was the analytics, you went with the logical choice.
I'll give you that. So let me ask you this, Coach Rock, because I think my man, Coach Eddie, is tripping as usual, saying Xander gives. Come on. Xander, I'll flatline that dude. We got my brother, Coach A, talking about Thomas Delorme would give Xander a run for his money. Thomas Delorme would get beat.
Nah. Hey, if you put Xander in the ring at the same time that Boots fought Delorme, at the same time, Xander loses to Delorme.
Didn't we see Ryan knock him out?
Listen to what I said. If you wind the clock back to when Delorme fought Boots, and you put Xander in place of that, Delorme beats him.
Hey, Mark, Prize, y'all agree with what Coach is saying, man? Because I can't. I just feel like this is a pick off like some tribalism, because we know the boxer always beats the big puncher. That's how it always goes.
But BVO, you trying to say Xander's a better boxer?
We seen Bernard Hopkins go in there and neutralize a guy, took his whole left hand away. So I'm not going off no power, man. Power means nothing.
So are you saying that Xander's a better overall boxer than Jaron Ennis?
I don't think so. So I guess I don't know.
No. You have to go yes or no. There is no purgatory. Based on what you've seen, is Jaron Ennis a worse boxer than Xander Zayas?
I'll just say this, man.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.
I don't know. I get off what you're saying. I guess I would give you. You would have to give Boots an advantage.
Because I did my I only did 6 on.
I'm just hoping that we can get. Dang, coach,
do
I don't
another
like
rotation of that, and then
Coach Haggard.
I can't believe y'all letting Coach do this, man. He just tearing Xander apart, man.
I'm not. No,
you into a corner, boy.
No, you're not gonna tell me that. You're not gonna say I'm tearing him apart. I'm not tearing him apart.
No,
I'm
giving him
apart.
I'm just saying you got you. I like how you.
Who got better fundamentals? The slick boots. That's all talent. That's not fundamental. That's all talent and athleticism. Who you think got better fundamentals?
That is fundamental.
I'm gonna tell you why Boots has the better fundamentals. Both of them are gonna train and be at their absolute best for this fight. So let's go watch their last 10 fights. Let's go watch it from after the 6th round. And after the 6th round is when conditioning kicks in, when championship fights start. Xander is beginning to fade, and you start seeing his technique go away. His hands drop down to his chest as they get lower. Jaron Ennis, his hands are still in punching position because he hasn't started to fatigue yet. Xander is known to fatigue. Yeah. And if he fatigue, and on top of that, we can agree that Xander is growing out of the 154-pound weight class. So if he's growing out of the weight class and he has to struggle to make 54, how much quicker is he going to fatigue and fade? For a guy who fatigues and fades, and I'll always go back to his WBO championship fight. He, if I'm not mistaken, on 2 of the 3 cards, he lost rounds 10, 11, and 12 to a guy who was a showcase fighter that was supposed to lose. Do you think that he can fade in rounds 10, 11, and 12 against Jaron Ennis, who we've never seen fade, and who normally gets his opponents out of there between round 8, 9, and 10?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean, if I look at that, I would have to go with Boots, but I gotta go with the history. The history tells me, from what I've seen, that the boxer always wins. And I think,
but we just agreed that Boots was the better overall boxer. Remember when you stuttered and said, "Yeah, coach, I guess you might be right." If he's the better overall boxer, then you are right. Boots will win because he's the better boxer and he's also the puncher. So he's both. It's not puncher versus boxer. It's puncher boxer versus a good young fighter.
I don't know, man. I gotta give you. I'm getting cooked in this debate. I'll tell you that right now. Although I need some help from my man Marky Dan. He's not here, but I don't know. I guess you're right, man. If I look at it like that, I just hope, for the sake of boxing, I hope that God helps Xander, man, because we need this fight. We cannot have a guy like Boots Ennis with the titles. We got to get Xander with the titles, man.
But you just, once again, you did what everybody who is blindly pulling for Xander did. You want to invoke God into it. God has nothing to do with this. If two men are both God-fearing men, and we haven't seen anything to decipher that Xander's not God-fearing or Jaron Ennis is not God-fearing. And if we believe people have different religions, but there's one God, then God is not playing a factor in this, because God doesn't choose sides amongst 2 righteous men. He allows the physical attributes to control the outcome. So if that is true, then God is not going to choose either man. He's going to let the physical attributes control the outcome, which means we just did a tail of the tape of physical attributes, and none of the boxes are checked on Xander's side.
Yeah. I got to give it to you. At this point, dang. I gotta give it to you, man. He said, what fight you watching say Boots is slow? That ain't even logical thinking, my God. I don't know.
Once again, we're not coach is not saying don't have a shot. He's just saying if you're gonna bet your money, the smart bet is percentage. Not that Xander don't have a shot. It's just the smart bet.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you 100% for dumbing that shit down. My bad.
I didn't say Coach was saying. All I'm saying is it kind of made me sick what Coach was saying because I didn't want to hear that. I know that, but I was just, I don't know. I heard him say, "I'm gonna pull the man's hard as chest." I'm thinking like, yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight. I put like it's gonna be a tough fight. I hate that it's not in Puerto Rico. I really hope they get a favorable referee, and I definitely hope he get favorable judges. They should have all Puerto Rican judges.
Man.
The fight should be in Puerto Rico, but we'll take it, man.
If they would have put that fight in Puerto Rico, it would have been reminiscent of when Marvin Hagler won the WBC title in England, and they threw beer bottles and shit in the ring because they didn't expect Marvin to destroy that dude. If they had this fight in Puerto Rico, they would be throwing beer bottles and shit in the ring. And I'm gonna tell you this: if I was in Xander's team and I'm preparing him for this fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say, Shawty, we're gonna make this a 7-round war. Knowing that you fade after the 7th round, we're gonna make it a war. Either he gonna knock you out, or you're gonna knock him out, catching him with the right shots. Because we know we don't have second half ability to beat this man. If you get knocked out in a 7-round war, it'll be reminiscent of Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns. You still become a legend. But if you go out here and you try to box for 4 or 5 rounds, and then he start hitting you with shit, and you break down, and in round 8 you get stopped in the corner on the stool, it's a wrap.
What you think about this, Coach Rock? I mean, I got to give my man Bernard his credit, man. He really got some great points. What you think about this, Coach Rock?
Man, excellent analogies.
I think Coach Rock might have fell on his step.
I'm still on here. Y'all hear me? Hello?
What about you, Price? You got anything on it? Unless I can't hear it. Can anybody hear me?
Coach was talking.
I'm here.
Coach was talking.
Okay, my bad. Let me go.
Coach was talking.
Coach Rock was talking.
Coach, my bad.
No, what I said was Coach Atkins had great analogies, man. I mean, I don't have anything to add because he hit every point. So I mean, he hit every point. And when you break it down like that, and put the shade on the 2 boxes, and you start putting check marks on them, you can't put a check mark on besides under Xander's name. You just can't. So we shall see. We shall see. But now what I will say is this right here is the one thing I can say about that fight is Boost likes to fight inside, and sometimes Boost get hit with some hooks from out of nowhere. And I don't know if it's a situation where he's taking a hook because he know the guy he's in front of is not really a puncher, or he's just getting caught. But sometimes he has some defensive lapses and he get caught with some clean shots. But from what y'all telling me, Xander is not punching like that. So I think Boost gonna be in his chest.
Oh man, y'all made some compelling points, man. I'm at the point now where I'm gonna just have to do a bunch of Hail Marys, man. I want to see Xander win. The sport need him to win. I just can't.
Tell us why the sport needs Xander to win.
Because Boosie's not a talker, man. We need somebody that we can put on the Disney Channel. We need somebody we can put on Nickelodeon. We need somebody that can be good on Madison Avenue. And I think Xander could be that guy for us.
Hey,
no, I don't disagree with you.
We need that. We don't need another black champion who don't talk. We don't need that. I'm just being honest, man. And I'm not saying it to be racial. Go ahead.
Why didn't you say that? Why didn't you keep Thurman and Sebastian Fendor? Thurman talks, Sebastian don't.
Oh, Keith never had a chance, man. I just was hoping Keith would win because me and Keith were on the same age. I was wanting to see him knock the young boy out or the young bull out, as Prize would say. It just didn't happen. But we don't need, and if y'all hear what I'm saying, we need a guy who speaks well, who wears suits, who can be somebody on Madison Avenue. And Boots comes in with hoodies, the chains on, the Cartier glasses. We don't need that imagery. We don't. And boxing, we don't need that. We need a clean cut guy.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I don't disagree with you, BVO, but I agree with you for different reasons. Boots is 28. I think he'll be 29 on his next birthday, if I'm not mistaken. His generation of people are starting to become parents. They're starting to buy houses. They're getting married. So their disposable income is shrinking. He happened to be in the same era as Tank. They were around the same age. Tank captivated them when they were at their party years, much the way Mayweather captivated his era during their party years. If Xander were to win and become a big star, he's captivating the Latin and the regular boxing crowd because he's catching them at their party years. They're 22, 21, 20, 24. That age group is at their disposable income point because they haven't settled down in life. That's the thing I say. And traditionally, when we have a Latin superstar, it creates the opening for the big fights, because the best fights we've traditionally ever seen is when you have a Latin superstar and you have a host of credible black contenders.
And not only that, let me add this one caveat to that. I think when you have a Spanish fighter who's willing to fight, that goes a long way. Felix Trinidad, Felix Trinidad is more of a brother, but people like Oscar De La Hoya, Fernando Vargas Sr., them guys wanted the fights. And I think when you see Xander, he wants those fights. And I get exactly what my man Darren is saying. He's saying when Devin Haney wanted to fight Xander, they said it was a cherry pick. I think that was just out of people don't like Devin, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, it don't even matter. They're not going to fight. They probably never were going to fight. Suit to my man T Hill. But let me ask you guys this, and this is something I don't want to get into it. We're not going to get into it too in depth. I want to ask you guys some serious questions as fathers, and I'm gonna start with you, Coach B, and then I'm gonna go to you, Coach Rock. If your son had an issue with his temper, what would you say to him?
Hello? Did anybody hear me? Hello? Hello there.
Can y'all hear me?
I hear you. Did you hear me?
No, I had something went wrong. But I was asking you, I was saying if y'all had, because I want to speak about something without speaking about it. If you guys had a son with a temper issue, how would you handle that, Coach?
I would tell my son to get help. I would tell my son not to drink, not to use drugs. And I would tell my son, do not surround yourself with yes men and cowards, because if you do, they will always encourage you to do what they're not brave enough to do. I think your circle at the time of your anger outbursts have a way of making you calm down because it's the logical thing. But also your circle has a way of not saying anything, which silence, people don't realize silence is acceptance when you should speak up.
So when they're being silent, you say they're being complicit in what's going on.
100%.
What would you say, Coach Rock, if you had a son who had an anger issue, and okay, I think Coach, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I can see you, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. And what was the question?
Okay, I think Coach Rock keep going in and out. Coach Rock, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm in now.
Coach Rock is there. He heard you.
Okay. Well, my question to you, Coach Rock, is if you had a son, same question like I asked Brother Bernard, what would you do if he had a temper issue and he, what would you say to that?
Man, same thing my mom used to tell me. Don't let this such get you in no trouble, man. I mean, I was born in 1970, man. So, I came home to the strap. You know what I'm saying? But if I think if my mom had to do it differently, she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it from that standpoint. I think the number one thing, if you got a child with a temper problem, then I think you need to get to the root issue of why your child is mad and angry like that. You need to find out what's going on in the household, what's going on in school, and what's putting them at a point where he or she, or he in this situation, is feeling the need to be angry and lashing out. Because there's a root cause and a root issue. Whether it's some parenting going on that's not right, or child feeling neglect, child's looking for attention. But if my child has an anger problem, then the first thing I'm gonna do is try to find out why. I'm gonna look at myself, I'm gonna look at the situation, I'm gonna look at his mama, I'm gonna look at, brother and sister, I'm gonna figure out what's going on in school. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, that's the cause and effect of what's going on with it. So it may not be a fact of me telling him he got to control his temper so much as finding out why he feel the need, why he's so angry. If that makes sense.
So let me ask you then. We're gonna go back to you, Coach Rock. Then we're gonna Coach Bernard. We're gonna go back to you, Coach Rock. If your son had a sucker attack, I don't know if you know what. Are you guys familiar with that term?
I don't know. I guess it kicked me out again.
I can hear you, Coach. Coach Bernard, can you hear me? Oh man, this. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what happened. Everybody keep going in and out. All right, here we go. Can you hear me now, Coach?
Yeah, I'm in now. I don't know why I keep kicking me out. Can y'all hear me?
You got your phone? I can't hear it.
Yeah, I got my phone.
You turn it up. I can't hear Coach. Hey, Coach, can you hear me? Hold on. Okay. Price, can you hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know, y'all. We having something's going on with StreamYard. This is weird. It's been doing this lately. Let me try to go out and come back in one more time. Yo, can y'all hear me? I don't know what's going on. My man said we using T-Move products. Hey, salute to Miss BBO. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what's going on. I'll say this though before I get out of here. I'll say this. I think at the end of the day, okay, you can hear me. Okay, cool. Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm back in now. We're back out. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know what's going on. This killing us. And the reason I brought up that is because I think one of the saddest things in the world is I've been one of those young guys who had a temper.
Get them out again.
And unfortunately, I spent time somewhere I didn't want to be to work on that. But I think that it's important to do the work early. I seen the video. I don't want to cast aspersion on this guy or kicking Wild down. Like I said, I'm not gonna show it on my channel at all. Miss BVO said that's a no-go, so we're not gonna put it up on the channel. But I'll just say this: what we seen, what happened with Tank is just straight up. That guy that was following him in the back should get kicked in the head, because you don't follow nobody while they're doing something like that. And I just think it's corny. I think what you're seeing, those people that's around him, that's condoning that stuff, is corny. It was just sad. Yeah, the video's out. It's on TMZ. If you want to see the video, go to TMZ. You can see the video. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I seen it that Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2 was canceled. I didn't think that was going to happen because Floyd is old and been drinking. I don't think that was going to happen. But I'll just say this. What I've seen with the Tank stuff was he's the same guy he's been for the last few years. We seen the same thing 6 years ago when he, brought his girlfriend at the time out of the game like that. I just think no matter how it goes, man, we all got to grow up, and you can't let nobody control your emotions that way. And for any guy out there, man, if you talking to a girl that's a stripper, bro, that's not no girl that you really want to be talking to anyway. I mean, give her your $40 and leave. Don't make no stripper your girlfriend. For any of my young dudes out there, don't do that. Just have your $40, $60 if you got to pay extra, and then go on about your day. But wifing up strippers and going, I ain't know where to live, man. It sounds fun because she rolling up weed and all that stuff at the moment. I get it. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. That's not what you want in your life. That's not what you want around your children. So anybody that's hearing my voice, man, don't make those mistakes. Fix yourself while you're coming up so you don't get embarrassed like Will Smith or Tank Davis. I mean, Will Smith won the biggest award of his life, but it's always going to be known that he slapped a hater. Don't give them people that kind of power, man. Don't give people that kind of power, man. He said, but for Tank, I'm not going to watch the video, but the charges got dropped, and I'll rather watch other boxing content. It's just that simple, man. I figured out what's going on. It's severe weather where we at. That's why everything is acting up. So I apologize for the technical difficulties. I want to thank each and every one for supporting us. We going through this stuff with Will Miguel, aka YouTube right now. We'll be back June 1st with our monetization and everything. We're going to be doing everything the right way. And I'm going to be bringing you more vlogs. Even Miss BBO is going to have a channel. We're going to push Miss BBO's channel. It's going to be more of a vlog channel. But I'll say this, man. When you see great men fall, don't laugh, man. Because it could be you. And a lot of you guys that's watching this channel, y'all on your way up to doing something special in life. And I want y'all to know that y'all don't have to be, y'all can do the work now. BBO is constantly working on myself now as well. So it is what it is. Love the Coach Rock. That's my guy. We're going to get him back. Shout to Coach Bernard, as my man Jalil call him. Shout out to Coach B. Shout to my man, the Puerto Rican Prince Free. And shout out to the freak of them all, my guy, prize fighter, man. But salute to everybody that come through. I appreciate you. If you don't know, I got nothing but love for you. And you can do anything that Christ says. And we out here, y'all. Peace. Let me get my drop. Where's my drop at?